Hi everyone, it's Somewhere from Tumblr. I decided recently that I wanted to start getting a little bit more active in the YouTube BJD community. So I thought it'd be a good idea to just make a video introducing myself, I guess, as well as my dolls. So I'm 25. I've only been in the hobby since I guess December is when I ordered my dolls. I didn't get them though until April. So it hasn't been that long, and I only have 2 dolls, and I wouldn't really describe either of them as fully complete yet, only because one of them in particular doesn't have the clothes that I want him to have yet. But I've recently ordered some clothes and I'm hopeful that they will fit. That was the problem when I first ordered clothes, that they were just too small. My dolls are both Spirit Doll Pyruses, which, if you know anything about that company, their MSD size dolls, or the Smart line, are a little bit bigger than your average MSD size. So harder to shop for, and I didn't really know to pay attention to actual measurements. I was just like, oh yeah, I'll order some 1/4 scale or MSD size clothes and that'll be great. But that was not the case. So whenever my new clothes get in, maybe I'll make a box opening video, not a box opening, but you know, a clothes haul video, I guess people call it, and I'll show those. But for now, here's my one boy. His name is Remy. He has a custom face up. Here he is. Custom face up. Done by Onion Bulb, who I found on Tumblr, but she also has a profile on Den of Angels for commissions. I think she's currently closed for commissions, but anyway, she did my boy's face up. It's very, very beautiful. His wig was made by me. It's not the most professional of wigs, but I really wanted him to have purple curly hair, and I couldn't find a purple curly haired wig or someone to make it that didn't cost an arm and a leg, and I really didn't have an arm and a leg to spend when I first got him. So this is Remy. Remy is not human, as indicated by his little face markings that you can see here, as well as his sparkly eyes. So he is, or his origin is unknown. He doesn't have any memories past a certain point in his life. Therefore, we just don't know yet. I think I know what I'm going to have him end up being, but I haven't put that information out there yet because I'm not sure if that's, you know, the final call. But yeah, this is my boy Remy. And then I also have Lee. Lee is the one who really doesn't have his proper clothes. He will not dress like this. This will be more of Remy's style. But for now, it's the best I've got going on. Lee is the same sculpt as Remy, but he has a company face up. And the company face up is actually very nice as well. So they have the same face, or same head sculpt. So, but they're completely different face ups. So I think that they look similar-ish, but not like twins. And I don't intend for them to be twins. I don't even really intend for them to be related. So it usually works out pretty well in pictures. Lee is actually a human. He and Remy are in the same storyline though. Basically, Remy set up a Craigslist ad looking for a roommate, and Lee responded, and then they became roommates, and Lee started to, you know, kind of realize that Remy, something was a little bit off, but he was too, you know, polite and chill to say anything about it, until, I'm just gonna set him down, until Remy brought it up, basically, because there's another character, Lulu, who I just recently ordered, but she probably won't get her until next year, probably. But until she confronts Remy and says, listen, I know you're not human, and he decides not to just deny it. He's like, well, nobody will believe you. And then she's like, oh, I'm not gonna tell. And then they become friends, and then he introduces her to Lee, and then they all become friends, and they're like, you know, the little friend trio. And Lulu kind of takes it on her life as her life mission to figure out what the heck Remy is and try to help him like find others of his kind. So it's really cool. That's my little story. The interesting thing about these characters is they didn't exist before the dolls. So basically, I got really super into the hobby in like 3 days or so after I found out the hobby existed, or that BJDs existed. I ordered my first 2 dolls. So I had all that time in the meantime to like do a lot of character planning. And when I got them, the characters changed a little bit, but for the most part, they have most of the same background and whatnot. And so I just really just made the characters to fit the dolls. The only reverse is Lulu, because I placed her character into Remy and Lee's storyline, and then I found her sculpt and all of that. Her character just recently evolved as well to be slightly different than I had originally intended her. I thought that Lulu was going to be like a, you know, little tomboy or something like that. But honestly, I think that she's going to be very feminine, and it's going to be fun to, you know, kind of have a character, and I can dress really sweetly and, you know, lots of lace and ruffles. I mean, that isn't to say that I'll get her here and I won't completely change my mind again, but that's the current plan. So those will be my dolls, at least for right now. I don't have any other doll plans, and I haven't had any other doll plans besides Lee, Lulu, and Remy. Pretty much. I have some interest in having another boy, but I really like odd numbers. So I feel like if I got a 4th doll, then I'd convince myself to get a 5th doll, and you know, things would quickly get out of hand. And I really like being able to buy clothes for everyone, and I think that the more dolls I have, quickly I'll realize that I can't afford to clothe them all the way that I want, and have them have their distinct styles. Like, I don't think that they'll really be able to share clothes based on the way that they're dressed. I mean, Lulu certainly not, because she won't be anywhere near the size of my boys. I mean, she'll be near, but not exactly the same, obviously. And, you know, I just want Lee and Remy to have very different styles. So, yeah, there's a little introduction. And I look forward to being a part of the YouTube community. And once I get more things, more dolls, whatever, I would love to start doing the tags. But right now, I really just don't have a lot to say, because I only have 2 dolls and I don't really have a lot of clothes. So, yeah.